For any YouTube, lighting is important. Well, at least it should be. It can give people the feeling of quality as soon as they see it, and it's been something that I've been playing with and experimenting with since I started YouTube. Since I've been in this office, my main source of light has been from this window. And then I got a LED light panel, which is very bright for a small space, and I don't use it as much for most things unless it's a particularly dark day. But a lot of times I felt that something was lacking in my videos as far as lighting. And then it just so happened that Esico stepped in and offered for me to try out some of their light bulbs. Now, I had done their smart plug in the past, and it's a $10 smart plug that's very handy and very useful for everyday objects that you want to be able to have command over on the Google Home experience. And I liked it a lot. And then they said that they have been working on these smart bulbs, and they wanted me to give it a shot. And they specifically seem to be targeting Philips Hue, which is a rather overly priced smart bulb product that I don't understand how they've been able to keep it at such a high price and sell so much of, because a 4-pack of Philips Hues is $200. And as for Esico, their 4-pack was $48. So it's, you know, a lot less. Like a quarter of the price. One bulb equals 4 of these, and they're both 60 watt equivalents, which is like 810 lumens or something like that. Anyway, good price. So I figured, what if I use them to change the lighting schemes and the color schemes of my video? So as you can see, I've got a warm light coming in from the left side for me. Right side for you, I guess. And then the cyan in the corner there. Now, I'm using this to sort of accent the lights that are coming in from the window and trying to give them a more warm feeling. And then the shadows to be a more cyan, cool color. So I usually use this in color grading anyway, where I make the shadows a little bit bluer and the lights a little bit warmer. And now that I can use actual organic lights to do that, it should help with the color grading process even more and give a better feeling and vibe to my videos, which is a pretty cheap thing to be able to do. Lighting systems can be very expensive if you're a filmmaker, and to use lights that you already have and just put smart bulbs in there and change them to any color you want and to create a new theme and feel to your videos is a pretty good investment. Now, obviously these are made for home use, but I don't see why we can't use them in our filmmaking anyway. Likely your office has lights in them with light bulbs that are very standard. Now, to be able to swap them out for lights and bulbs like this is pretty easy, especially because these are dimmable. So you can really play with the brightness of them and have multiple ones and have different bounce lights and whatnot across the room. You really have the room to explore with it. So that's what I did, and so far I'm liking it. For the most part though, I just use these bulbs in my home just to make going to bed a whole lot easier when you can just yell at Google, "Hey Google, turn off living room light."
Okay, turning off the living room light.
Another thing that's great about these bulbs is that Philips Hue requires a hub that you plug into the wall that they connect to, whereas these bulbs just connect to Wi-Fi themselves, and then you control from the Google Home app or the Smart Life app, which is connected to Google. So once you connect the two, then it can be just used on your Google Home system easily. So no extra hubs, which is even a better experience. So I don't know what Philips is doing, but already I think this is a better buy. Now, say you want to change something. Just go to the Smart Life app, and then we have my office light here. Now let's say that we want a different color to it. So we have the color wheel here, the brightness here, so I can even turn off that light to be basically, oh wait, I'm doing the other light. There we go. So then you can change the brightness and saturation from here. So now I'm at a much darker orange, which is a little bit more dramatic. But I could go to a more yellow, or turn the brightness down completely. Pretty sweet, especially if you film a lot in an office. But you could use these on photography sessions on the go. You can bring your lights with you and just have the smart lights in there. Though you will have to play with Wi-Fi at that point, which could get a little bit annoying. I call this color scheme the Riverdale. So, I think smart bulbs are a pretty good investment for filmmakers. And you can color grade on top of this, or just use this as a way to get out of color grading altogether. So if you're interested in trying out this light yourself, the link is in the description, as well as if you want to pick up this sweet t-shirt, which I happen to sell on my website. Anyway, that's it for me, guys. You take care.